Page 12, Jesus, the very thought of thee. 3/4 time. This is in the key of F major. It's got one flat. The B's, all the B's are flatted. Quarter notes and half notes, it shouldn't be too difficult to count out, I'm hoping. In the first line, you're starting out with third finger on A. That puts you in this position. And then in the last measure, you got thumb. They want the thumb on the C. And you have to come down to this position. It's between phrase. You can lift up and move. Or we can prepare for this finger change by using third finger on the dotted half note right in front of it here, and then you can just reach down with the thumb and do it. So the first line is starting out here, and then for the F, rather than second finger, you can use third finger, and then you're ready to come down to first finger here. So you're not in a 5-finger position. We're going to be moving around quite a bit. Then you lift up between the phrases. Then you got to cross over at the end of the second line, the third finger on the E. It's like a C major scale, but you can. And then for the last line, they're saying 2-1. You don't need to. If you don't want to, you're here. You can do it 1, 2, 4, 5. That's a chord, actually, and that's the fingering. So you're welcome to use that. 1, 2, 4, 5, and then claps. For the left hand has to stay soft because the melody's in the right hand. So you're keeping it soft here at the beginning, and then reach down with a little finger. Tricky here. Second line, you do need to move down here, but you have a whole measure rest to get there. And then for the third measure, second line, reach down an octave, and then claps. And then over the end of the third line, you got to cross over, and then lift up and move. For the amen at the end, I recommend a 3-1. They're showing it 3-1, 5-1, because you're in this position. We're just not using the D, so it's here. Now the P starts out soft, and that's melodic, so keep the left hand really soft here. And again, you're going to have to figure out what soft is. How soft do you think that melody is? And whatever that is, keep the other hand softer. Then at the end of the line, you can go up just a little bit, maybe to a medium soft. To here. That's medium soft, each one. You can stay there or come back down. It's up to you. They don't tell you anything. So the dynamics is pretty much up to you and what you want to do. How you feel it. At the end, the last line, and then you're coming back down. There. And that takes us to the pedal. Now we need pedal on this one because this needs to be a real smooth legato piece. And a lot of repeated notes. You can't connect those on a piano unless you use pedal, because that just doesn't work. So at the beginning, it's going to be connected pedal, legato pedal, overlapping pedal, syncopated pedal, whatever you want to call it. It's here. You push the notes down and then the pedal. And then when I change the pedal, which means lift the pedal up and put it back down, I'm going to do it after I play the notes, so it overlaps the notes down. And on the third beat of the second measure, I'm not going to pedal the third beat. We don't need it for that beat. So to demonstrate the first 4 measures again is this way. And at the end of the fourth measure, I'm going to lift the pedal up with the hands so we can hear the silence between the phrases. But then I got to put it down right after the first C. Again, the second line between the second and third measures, I want to lift it up with the hands so I hear silence between the phrases. And on the third measure, on the third beat, I'm not pedaling that beat. They're showing to change it like this. You can if you want, it's just not needed. You just lift it up. You know, for us lazy people, it's easier just to lift it up for one beat. Same thing with the next measure and the last measure, same thing. I just lift it up for the third beat on those measures. And then the last line, I don't pedal the second measure like they're showing, but I need some help here. Because if you look at the second note for the right hand, it's a D. But if you look at the third note for the left hand, it's the same D. They both need that note. I can't connect it and get off of it soon enough for the left hand to use it. It doesn't work. I have to get off it a little early in order for the left hand to be able to play it. And that's a little silence in there, and I don't want any silence. I want them all connected. So what I'm going to do is use the pedal to help me out. So what I need to do is I need to pedal the second beat. I want to connect here and here. I'm going to use the pedal just for that one beat to connect, so I can connect here and here. There. Push the pedal down and then play the third beat and then lift it up. And then go ahead and pedal the next measure like it's shown. Even the third beat. The reason we're pedaling the third beat here is because I want to connect the left hand too, and the left hand has these chords, and I need the pedal to help me connect it, so it's here. So to demonstrate that last line, it's this way. 2, 3. Then lift up before I repeat or go on, it doesn't matter. Lift up. So there's a little silence there, and then for the amen, it's overlapping pedal. And at the end, the hands and the pedal all come up at the same time. And that's the pedaling. I'd like to go through this slowly with you. It's a slow piece, but just to check the notes and the rhythms and all. And I'll try and do the pedaling like I described it, in case you're still confused. So I'm going to give us 3 counts, because it's in 3/4 time. And put your hands where they go. Foot's on the pedal. Here we go. 1, ready, go. 2, 3. 2, 3. 2. Repeat. 1, 2.